Corey, you guys put together a recent survey of about 2,500 U.S. workers as well as 2,100 hiring managers. What were some of the biggest takeaways from this recent survey that you guys conducted?
Sure. So we had a few takeaways. So let's start with the 2,500 U.S. workers. So what we found was that nearly everybody, and no surprise, is prioritizing the ability to maintain work-life balance, yet only 22% feel like they're actually able to do so. We also found that about 1 in 3 workers don't feel adequately appreciated by their manager, and then nearly 4 in 10 feel underpaid in their current role. And so from the hiring manager perspective, the 2,100 that we surveyed, they revealed 3 top reasons that employees have left the company. The first, and these are all pretty close, mind you, the first was the lack of career advancement. The second was poor work-life balance. And then the third reason was commute or travel requirements.
One of the things that stood out to me on the survey results, and I'd be curious, is how many people sit in their jobs and say, "Man, I am so overpaid. I just make way too much money for what I'm doing." Maybe that's for a future survey where you find out there's probably very few people who feel that way. I certainly feel that most people would tend to skew to the underpaid side of things. But just a side note there. Why does this matter, Corey, for workers? Or as the first quarter wraps up, what are some takeaways that people can have from this survey?
Sure. Well, it matters for the workers because, like you said, by the time spring arrives, a full quarter of the year has gone by, and it's an opportune time to revisit your career goals and evaluate whether you're happy at work and then what you hope to achieve this year professionally. It's also a good time to schedule a meeting with your boss to discuss your progress and areas to adjust from your year-end performance review, which hopefully you had at the end of the year. Now, for managers, listen, professionals who aren't happy at work run the risk of burning out, which is real. They could also be quiet quitting, which I know we've talked about in the past, and they could be pursuing other opportunities. The bottom line, we've been saying this for a while, the labor market remains tight and unemployment is still low, so retention is more crucial than ever right now.
The last question I have for you, Corey, what are some tips that you give to listeners out there regarding negotiating, a better salary or a potential job offer? Those can be awkward conversations. What were some tips that you'd give those listeners out there?
Sure. Yeah, it really can be a little awkward. So first, I would say research salary trends for your position, skills, and experience level, and be confident about what you're worth. I'd also recommend practice asking for what you want and learn how to overcome potential objections. And as always, discuss the value that you can bring to any organization. Be honest about your current situation, salary expectations, and other potential offers. And then the last thing I would say, remember that salary is just one part of the equation. Know what's most important to you and weigh all aspects of any offer.
Great stuff there. That's Corey Adams from Robert Half going over the spring cleaning of your career. Thanks so much for the time today, Corey.
Thanks, Paul. Have a great day.